Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mythgard in Middle-earth. My name is Corey Olsen, the Tolkien Professor, joined as always by my friend Gryfflet, who is really pining after the book, or rather, Volume 2 of the book, which is held in the study here in Hytbold. Because, if they have two entire books, and this lady is still hogging one. I mean, it's not that I'm suggesting she doesn't have a perfect right to read it, but like, those guys over there have been waiting really patiently. I'm just saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to violate your personal space. He was just admiring, the spine and stuff. But anyway, there it is. Yeah, I agree. Like, she's really remaining incognito here. She's just Rohirrim. You'd think she would have become a little bit more notorious by now. But anyway, okay. So today, Gryfflet is here in Hytbold. Well, I was going to say that he's, enjoying the library in his time, while he was waiting for us to resume, except that's what ended up leading to him standing there and staring straight at the spine of the book, because what else is there to do in the library? I mean, I know, taxidermy. Anyway, so today we're going to finish Hytbold. That is what is going to happen. Gryfflet is going to finish Hytbold, and he is going to be prepared to move on to Wildermore. Yeah, that's the place that he's prepared to move on to. Yeah. Phil's wondering if those ladies memorize the books and recite them to their friends. Very possibly. Or read them aloud to their friends, which would have been a really great thing to do. Okay, so we need to go and do one more set of quests. Gryfflet is almost ready with his rep. We just need to get another round. If we can get another round of tokens, hopefully that will be enough to finish off Hytbold. Here, so let's aid the Eastham one more time, and let's head back to Cliving. Hey, let's go to the stable, now equipped with horses. Oh man, that's right. So where are we going? We're going to Cliving. Yes. Okay. And we need to do at least one quest at Cliving. Let's see, because if we see our rep, Gryfflet sneaked on and did a little rep grinding, just a touch of rep grinding. He just did one round of quests and then cashed them in for rep, his tokens. So he's only short now. No, of course. Yeah, no, exactly, Hogro. He actually did some rep farming, just a little bit of rep farming. So yeah, he's only got, one quest ought to do it, for the Norcrofts there. Yeah, he's doing well. Then I'll go somewhere else, probably Eaworth, because that's the only one I haven't done any of these quests in. So we'll see which ones they have on offer there. I mean, I know two of them that they have on offer in Eaworth, in which I have no interest whatsoever. But there are others, I think, as well. Okay. Oh, hey, Rosybug. Oh, by the way, Rosybug, I owe you an email. I'm not forgetting. I mean, I have been forgetting, but I'm not going to forget. Sorry, lots of things going on, but I just want to let you know that is on my mind. Okay. Which one? Okay, no, this is the guy who wants me just to roam around and defeat mounted foes, which is dull. Okay. Hey, I did those, didn't I? No. Yeah, I did. I did do those. Let's see. Ruins of Darkness and Totems of War. Ostmagal. Oh, the Siege of Fulham. Yeah, that was the fun one. Let's see. What was this? Orcs and Uruks are close to finding what they seek, a powerful dark energy. We didn't do this one, did they? Search the ruins? We did do this. This is the one that we did, right? Okay. Yeah, I did that one. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me just. So there was the wild horses one, which was really annoying, and there was the dressage, which I want to do a race. It's probably going to be awful. Must be able to ride as if he were riding the wind. He and his horse moving together as if they were one. We've set up a course that travels from Cliving up into the southern wold, round the edge of the cliffs, then back down along the road until you return to the city. 30 points to hit. Oh, boy, that sounds just awful. That sounds really terrible. Not as bad as the dressage, but it sounds pretty bad. Banners of the enemy. How about this one? Okay, the farms once proudly grew, now overrun. Enemy has placed shields on banners at 4 farms. Well, I cannot ask you to defeat the orcs. Right. There's a rock just north of that rock. The 4 farms are spread out. Take the spear when you get near the banner. Ready it. And throw it with all your might. Okay. The faster you're moving, the more likely you are to miss the shield. Oh, and it's timed, and I've got to do them all at once? Oh. Okay, wow. Each one of these sounds more annoying than the last. Let's go back to this guy and do some of the ones that had timed out on us here. Let's see. Did I do the... I didn't do the Dwergfant. Repairing mechanisms at the Dwergfant. That sounds good. What could go wrong? Yeah. Okay, and let me remind myself about the pitched battle at Sâd Torech. Oh, we need pitch. Ha, right. Yeah, right. A former town of Gondor. Ooh. Has many vases filled with pitch. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that one. Let's do the Sâd Torech. Oh, no, hang on. That's not that one. Hang on. Wait. No, I meant to click on the other one. Drakelings and bats. Right. Okay. All right. All right. Let's do that then. Let's go to Sâd Torech. Okay. Nice Gondorian ruin. Okay, nice open courtyard. Alright, double tree doors. Tower with probably pointy bits on top that I can't see from here. Okay. Standard tree circle tiles on the floor. Okay. What are we doing? We're defeating Drakelings and bats, and we are looking for pitch vases. Okay. Well, this is easy enough. This place looks like Ost-Celebrant. A lot like Ost-Celebrant. Oh yeah, this was a good one. Those bats are a piece of cake. Alright. Much better than those horrible spirit brothers from before. Nice. Oh yeah. Okay. I completed Beast Slayer? Wow. How about that? Sneak up on flying bats. Oh, I'm way ahead of the flying bat. Okay. Huh. Huh. These wooden structures are interesting. Is it a scaffold? Oh, sort of wooden buttresses or something. Why would these exist? Who put those up? I mean, they look relatively old, but why are they there? Like a retaining wall of some kind? In front of the stone wall? Aqueduct? Just trying to figure what that is. Oh, is it? Seriously? Do you have any idea, Mr. Frost Drakeling? You probably don't. You're probably too young to pay attention to architecture and wonder about the finer things in life, such as why there seems to be some kind of wooden scaffolding or retaining wall over there, which looks like it might even be part of the original construction. It's a mystery, Mr. Drakeling, and you're just not paying attention. It's the problem with Drakelings these days. You know? Oh, look, it's another vase. Okay. All right. Hey, so I'm going to answer a lore question while I'm hunting around here. Ethelot, I have a question of yours from ages ago that I never got around to, so I'm going to come back to it. And Ethelot asks the very sensible question, why couldn't Frodo hear Boromir's horn? If Denethor could hear it, and the March Wardens, then why couldn't Frodo, who couldn't have been more than a few miles away? That's an excellent question. I have no answer to that question. I mean, the only... There's a beam attachment point? What am I supposed to do with that? There's nothing to do with pitch faces. I'm supposed to be doing some construction here in this ruin? But, oh, in order to cross, maybe. Because I just noticed that the bridge is out. Okay, what happens here? So if I... Nice. Nice. What the heck? Okay. That was good. Let's try it again. That's really odd. Really, oh, hey, look, the vase regen. Hi, Mr. Drakeling, just sneaking around behind you, and then, wham! Just wanted to try that out, see if that would work. It didn't. Okay. First of all, what on earth? What even? I had no idea that when I clicked on that thing, it would, like, make him just walk straight off the cliff. Okay. Self-preservation, not Gryfflet's strong suit here today. Okay. What on earth was going on again? There's a beam attachment point that's like 30 feet above my head. This one presumably won't lead me to walk off a cliff. What happens? Nothing, huh? Yeah. I'm too far away. What on earth? Okay, so there's one up there. So I should start up there? Oh yeah, and there is another vase over here. Hey look, I've got all 4 vases. I've almost finished my quests. My goodness. All right. Gryfflet feels compelled. Let's see if we can find a way up. Oh, and now this one spotted me? Look, there's a real architectural anomaly here, Mr. Frost Drakeling, which you don't seem to be appreciating the value of. Doubtless, I mean, I know you live here, and so you probably just take those glowing points for granted. But, you know, it's a bit on the different side, and I can't just take it for granted. So we're going to go investigate. Okay. Can we get upstairs? We're looking for... Oh, come on! Gryfflet, you're doing so well with sneaking around. All I ask is that we not, like, enter combat with every single flying, creeping thing in this. Of course, I guess we still need to kill a few of them, so it's not like it's a complete disaster. Alright, so is there... I don't even see an upstairs over here. Okay, there's the beam attachment point. So... Alright. Oh, I guess I should probably heal at some point. Oi. Okay. As I was saying, beam attachment point. Now I know I've completed the quest, so I could just leave. But not before I try to figure out what's... See, there is an upstairs. Alright, I've got to get over here somewhere. Which might help me try to figure out that retaining wall, but... Huh. Is there anywhere here I can get in? Don't get it. None of these doors open. There's another one over there. A separate bridge. What on earth is the point of the beam attachment point? Where do I get I mean, first of all, I'm beamless, right? So I don't even know what I would do with a beam attachment point, having no beams. But talk about tantalizing. Also not entirely sure why falling off this bridge killed me, but whatever. Okay, well, nevertheless, Hytbold is going to build itself, so I guess I'll just have to let this be a mystery. Nothing much else to do, so... Alright, Gryfflet. Give up. You've got no beams anyway, so what good is a beam attachment point going to be to you, Gryfflet? Try to stay focused. Okay. They don't do anything. Whatever they planned for those was never activated? Well then. Okay. I guess giving up is the right thing to do. So I was talking about the horn. So why didn't Frodo hear Boromir's horn? Of course, one obvious answer is that it's basically just a plot hole, right? That Tolkien hadn't thought of that, basically. I mean, the story of Boromir was in flux. And the story of Frodo and Sam's journey into Ithilien and then into Mordor was actually developed earlier in the story than the finalized version of the Minas Tirith stuff. So, you know, it's possible that Tolkien just overlooked it, but it's a strange thing for him to overlook. It is also possible, of course. The only I was about to say that the only answer to that question that I think is at all sort of satisfying answer is that it's part of the magic of the horn. That the the allies of Gondor will always hear the horn. Like, it is part of the nature of the horn that if it is sounded within the bounds of its ancient realm, that it won't fail to be heard. And so when it is heard faintly, right, by march wardens and stuff in Gondor because he blew it, it's just within, right? I mean, like, the Argonath is the boundary, and they're just on the south side of the Argonath, right? So he's just within the boundary, and so the horn is heard. Of course, it's heard by Aragorn, it's heard by Legolas and Gimli, and it's heard by people in Gondor, but there is no report that Frodo heard it, and in fact, Frodo seems to imply that he didn't hear it, because he's surprised to hear that there was any issue, right? When Faramir tells him about the sounding of the horn and, Boromir's apparent death, Frodo is not like, oh yeah, come to think of it, I heard, Boromir's horn, because he's heard Boromir's horn before. He would recognize it, presumably. Remember, Boromir sounded it when they set off from Rivendell, so he knows what it sounds like. He wasn't like, oh yeah, come to think of it, I heard Boromir sounding his horn as if in desperation, just after I left the party. He has to kind of count backwards in his head and, think and realize, when it could be. And it's Faramir, you'll recall, who has to convince him that it probably doesn't mean that all of his other friends are dead. He just says he was under a great deal of stress and had other things on his mind. Maybe he was mentally blocking out anything to do with Boromir. Maybe. I mean, it still would be weird to have a horn, blow right nearby and, and you like block it out entirely and don't hear it. But again, I think that primarily so first of all, I think it's a mistake to think that the nature of the horn is such that it is so loud that they could hear it miles and miles away. The march wardens could hear it miles and miles away, but Frodo couldn't hear it across the pond, right? I think that's a mistake. It's not about just like, if you blow it within the bound, anywhere within the bounds of Gondor's ancient realm, it's going to be so loud that it's going to be able to be heard for like 40 miles or whatever. That's not, I don't think, how it works. Again, I think that there's magic involved there. So Phil, I think exactly because they were Gondorians is, I think, the most sensible answer. Those who were actually within physical earshot of the horn, Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas, heard it, right? Gondorians, who were at a much further remove, also heard it. And specifically those who are like on watch, right? Those who, like the march wardens, those who are guarding the frontiers nearest to where he was, heard it, right? Fulfilling the ancient and magical purpose of the horn, which is to be heard, right, by people if it's called in need within the bounds of Gondor. But for Frodo not to hear it could simply mean that he is not a Gondorian and he is not within earshot, like physical earshot. That he could be out of physical earshot would not be very shocking at all. Yeah. Also, here's another issue that I hadn't thought of. Where was Frodo? Where was Frodo? Think of where Frodo physically would have been when the horn was sounded. He would still have been crossing on the boat. I don't think he'd gotten to the other side yet, Phil. Exactly, Edith. In which case, they were paddling right next to Rauros, right? They were crossing. Yes. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense to me. He would have been practically on top of the waterfall at the time when the horn was sounded. Doesn't sound to me, actually, doesn't seem to me at all unlikely that there could be a purely physical explanation for his lack of hearing the horn in that case. But certainly the magic of the horn, there's no reason to think that the magic of the horn would extend to him. All right, let's head to Eaworth. And let's check out the Eaworth quests. We've done 2, we got 3 more. Exactly, Edith. That's precisely what I think. That he was definitely on the water. They would have been quite near the Falls of Rauros. The Falls of Rauros would have been in between him and the horn, and again, possibly, quite close to their ears there as they were crossing. So, yeah, I think that seems to me, potentially anyway, an explanation. Yeah, Phil says it actually says the roar of the Great Falls drew nearer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we're on to something there. Did I turn in my quests? No, I didn't. See? Thank you. Look at that. Rosie, you're like, taking care of me here because I gotta multitasking. I'm not really good at multitasking. This is why Gryfflet tends to stand around with his habitual patience and wait for me to finish talking, because I have an awful hard time doing 2 things at once. Okay, we got it. We're going to turn in the quest. I went there. I almost opened dialogue with the guy, right? And then I didn't even turn him in. Okay. Yeah. Ethelon says the draw of the Crabine tightrope was too strong. Dream on, Ethelon, dream on. I've taken a vow. And I shall not relent. Oh yeah, Gryfflet, you just totally Rivendelled that ladder. Okay, phew. There we go. Let's actually turn him in now. Okay, so Aldbeort, there's a problem with the beam attachment sites. Yeah. Really tantalizing. Did what I could, but which was nothing. Unfortunately. But there it is. Okay. Now, Eaworth. Okay. Yeah, no point in doing that and then not getting my 20. Wow, look out! Holy cow, the steering on this horse, not so good. Whoa, oof. Boy, some near misses there. Yeah, well, I might do Dwergfant. I was thinking of doing the Dwergfant, but I wanted to give a shot to. Eaworth is the only place where I haven't even looked at the quests. So I wanted to at least look at them here. And, I mean, again, there are 2 of them that I remember very clearly. Yeah, and I'm yes, the 2 that I remember, and where are the dudes? Where are the dudes? Ash still flying around Eaworth here. Okay. Let's see. It's not these guys, is it? These thoughtful guys? Oh, it is. Okay. Alright, so the guys sitting here under the tent this whole time now have something to do. Okay. Yeah, the Beacon of Eaworth, no. Resupplying the line. The assaults on this town have been unending. Every day the enemy... Oh, sorry, hang on. I'm forgetting to do my... Really wish I could change that once for all. Okay. Every day the enemy marches out with a new force. Catapults and siege weaponry have shattered many of our defenses. Oh, yeah, no. No. Yeah, that's... It deceived me because it's not called the Crebain Tightrope Death Quest. Thought says I was chosen by divine providence to do the Crebain Tightrope. No. Okay, let's see. We've got Haycliff, frog slime. Really, the Haycliff is a place I wish we could completely avoid, but the frogs within are too special. Sorry, that's just not a phrase I hear often. The tunnels allow for a slime to grow upon them, and they have found that it was no equal when it comes to treating wounds. Oh, I thought it was going to be poison. Okay. Venture within the Haycliff and return with several of these frogs. They are shy and quick, but can be caught if you are persistent. Oh, that sounds bad. I don't like persistence of chasing frogs. Is it anything as bad as chasing Rohirric children? Siege of Eaworth catapults. The Orcs from the south are preparing to march upon this town once more. I can see the vile catapults rolling out of their encampment as we speak. This town cannot withstand much more punishment. Their siege weapons must be dismantled. Destroying catapults is good. Okay, let's see. And also supposed to kill a bunch of orcs, I assume? Right? Okay. Alright. And what else do we have? The Ent-like. The orcs are destroying not just the trees of Fangorn, but also trapping and slaughtering the small animals and creatures. Oh, man. They have laid traps all over the forest floor that are filled with squirrels and foxes, waiting to be gathered up and cooked for dinner. Head into the Ent-like, destroy these traps, and free the animals who are held within. Wow, that's an unusually... I don't know, merciful quest? Like we're, like, rallying to the defense of the squirrels and foxes? And kill orcs, sure. Alright, what else we have? The Living Deep. Goblins are clever creatures, dastardly in their approaches to war and the battlefield. Unlike the orcs, who walk about within the forest itself, the goblins have taken to the caves and are destroying the forest from below with their sorcerous black powder. Oh man, they plant the barrels and then soil explodes out and the trees fall? Wow. That sounds bad. Okay. Okay, that's more quests than we need, but that's all right. Oh, hang on. We just got it. Instance quests. Sorry about that. Alright. Alright, Darnstan, let's do this. Let's free the critters. Clearly the most urgent of these quests. Alright, here we are in the Eaves of Fangorn. This is quite lovely. Okay, I am defeating orcs and freeing critters. Alright. Alright, there's a trap. Look, and there's Blackroot. Is he just gonna start wailing on orcs? Yes, he is. Boom! Nice. Okay, so I see I'm not alone here. Maybe, I don't know if he's how concerned about the squirrels and foxes he is. Oh, darn it. Kind of hoping I could just sneak up and take them out. But apparently not. Oh, Blackroot's on the job over there. Am I going to even be able to find enough orcs? Are there going to be enough left? Hey, there's one over here, Blackroot. Just saying. Okay. There we go. Be free, squirrels and foxes. Free the critters. Okay. Oh, the fox is following me? Oh, that's adorable. Is it a thinking fox? I bet it is. Oh, that is really cute. I have a little friend. Am I gonna... Oh, hey, Blackroot. No, I wasn't targeting you. Alright, I'm gonna collect a bunch of little critters who are all gonna follow me around cheerfully. Oh, I've got a squirrel too. This is the best. This is great. Okay. Oh, wait, there's another trap over here. Hang on. Hi, Blackroot. Doing a good job. And a second squirrel. Okay. There we go. Is that what the fox says? That little hooting noise? Well, you know, Blackroot has really cleared the way for me here. No, I'm not targeting Blackroot. I'm targeting the guy who's fighting me. Okay, there we go. Guys, plural, who are fighting me, I guess I should say. Hey, Blackroot, you don't want to help out over here? I guess I'm meant to fight them, so I can just carry on. Okay, how many was that? 5? Okay. And I've got, hey, where's my... Oh, there he is. 3 foxes and 2 squirrels following me around like ducklings. It'd be even better if they attacked the orcs with me, though. If I could lead a critter army. Oh! I didn't realize he would stomp me. That was so rude. He just trod on me, taking me for a little orc, apparently. Well, it is an occupational hazard of being... You're not stomping on my critters, are you, man? Oh. Okay. See, you know, I mean, Ents do this sometimes. I guess I might as well go back. I know I didn't finish all the orcs, but that's okay. Don't need them all. Wow. Okay, that was abrupt. A little surprising, but again, you know, you can be forgiven for taking me for a little orc. There were a lot of orcs running around, and, you know, he didn't hear my... I should have been talking more. He would have heard my little voice, you know, a nice little voice, which would have kept him from mistaking me for an orc. But I did do the creatures. Yeah, the animals in the forest deserve to have their chance to live and not be eaten by the foul creations of the enemy. Creations? That's an interesting word choice there, Durnstan. But let's do your other ones. Let's go to, let's save the trees. Despite the fact that an Ent just stumped us, I'm still gonna save the trees. So down into the living deep. Alright. I bet you there are roots that are gonna assault me down here, kind of thanklessly, right? Oh. What am I meant to do with the barrels of black powder? Bring them to the central pit of the living deep. Is this not the central pit? Okay. What do? Do I pick it up? for carrying. Where's the central pit? Down here? Where's the central pit? Excuse me, guys. Looking for the central pit. Can anyone give me any... Oh. Yeah, I found it. Okay. Okay. The little screech that goblins do, it's always been a little disturbing. Okay. So I just needed to, like, chuck it down there, and it didn't blow up, though. That's all I needed to do? Just the one? Okay. Well, that was easy. That was easy, and now I just need to do a bunch of goblin slaying, I guess. Oh, sorry, I'm bleeding. Didn't notice. Okay. All right. Hey, Catriona had a lore question. Well, while I go around hunting goblins, let me answer another lore question. Catriona was asking if Saruman was originally associated with Aule. Should his destruction of the trees and beauty of Isengard for industrialization be viewed as a continuation of that crafting association in a twisted form, or could it also perhaps be seen as taking a swipe at Yavanna, Aule's mate, by destroying her stuff? I don't think it's like a personal grudge necessarily. I mean, it's possible, of course, but no, I see it as so the. Sort of, Aule and Yavanna are a really interesting partnership. Interesting in part because unlikely. That is, we know that their perspectives don't really always jive. And there we go. Sorry. Yeah, we know that their perspectives don't always jive. If we think back to the Aule and Yavanna chapter of the Silmarillion, which was written quite late, but where we can see this illustrated most clearly, you know, obviously the very first line that pops into mind, Catriona, is the, you know, when Yavanna is concerned about how the children of Iluvatar are going to, you know, hew down the trees and everything. You know, oh wait, this is an Uruk. Does he even count? I'm supposed to defeat goblins. I've got no quarrel with you, Vale Uruk. You're not blowing up the roots of trees. Yeah, I got nothing from you. Oh, hang on. Okay. All right. Anyway, when Yavanna is concerned about the fact that the children of Iluvatar are going to be destroying trees and stuff, and then so that's where the Ents come from, right? So that the trees can have defenders. And when she says at the very end of that chapter to Aule, like, well, you know, your folk better be careful because when they come after the trees, there's going to be somebody to protect the trees. And of course, Aule's famous response is, and yet they will have need of wood, right? That Aule sees, you know, wood, sees trees as... in a sense, chiefly raw materials, right? It is for that he values them. And now, I don't want to say that, you know, Aule is obviously not, like, unsympathetic to Yavanna's position entirely, right? It's not that he doesn't appreciate it at all, or to say the same thing, Catriona, going back to your question, even more explicitly. it's not that, when Saruman is wantonly destroying the trees, it's not that he is merely, like enacting Aule's policy or point of view. It is a violation. It is something that Aule himself would certainly not approve. I should probably not stand in the fire there. Okay, there we go. And yet, it's not totally alien to Aule's perspective either. He does tend to, oh darn it, seriously. He does tend to view even living, growing things like trees as primarily well, not primarily, but as raw materials. Exactly, Phil. Yavanna's point is that, okay, sorry. Is cutting down trees any worse than hunting and eating deer or squirrels? And yes, Yavanna's point is that the animals can run away or fight back, but the trees can't. Yeah, no, exactly. She wants the trees to have, as it were, a kind of sporting chance, right? Let's see. Oh, you were supposed to just walk right past me. That was rude. Yeah, so I don't think, obviously, just as we would not, I would not suggest that Aule's perspective is that trees are good for nothing other than lumber. So I would also not say that Yavanna disapproves of using wood for anything, right? That, to do anything with trees, ever is, some kind of abomination to Yavanna. I wouldn't think that. Phil, exactly as you say, her chief concern with the animals is not less, that they should never be hunted, but that the trees are helpless compared to the animals, who can at least, run away. So, exactly, JJ says, just like shepherds protect sheep, but don't object to mutton in principle. Yeah, no, exactly. In fact, they will routinely eat mutton, in fact. How many do I've got? How many have I left? One more, and there is one. Okay. Let's go sneak up on him. Where did he go? There he is. Don't get any closer to that orc over there. Boom! Okay. Yeah, so anyway, so back to Saruman. I think it's clear that what we're seeing in Saruman is the Aule perspective, one which is, very interested in things like trees as raw materials for craftsmanship. He's very interested in that, but that, of course, does not mean that you should not respect living creatures. And the cutting down of the trees and leaving them to rot, what Treebeard calls regular orc work, right? The wanton hewing. That is certainly not something that Aule would approve. That is a perversion. Aule would look at a tree and might imagine he would appreciate the living tree, but he would also appreciate the potential for what it could be crafted into. Yeah, Ethelad, that's a really good example. What the hobbits did in Buckland was understandable. They were under attack, so it's not wanton hewing. And I would say even in as much as they're clearing the forest and preventing the forest from continuing to spread, that clearing land for their farms, that's not wanton hewing either. There is, as we talked about in Exploring the Lord of the Rings, the farmers in the forest can't be friends. Like, they are in competition with each other. And it's very natural that they should be. And neither one is really wrong there. Okay, sorry, where are we? Living Deep, that's where we are. Okay. Good. Oh, that's it. Right. Okay, I thought we would do one more, but no, we don't need to. All right, we completed aiding the Eastham Net. Time to go back to Hytbold. Exactly. Catriona says even Sam was only distressed by the cutting down of the trees, mainly because they'd just been left to rot and were not being used. Yeah, now Sam would not have approved of the cutting down of the party tree, even, you know, if there were its lumber were being used in some practical way. But see, that's not so much just the I am protecting the life of the trees. You know, Sam as gardeners, you know, Sam as forester in the Shire at the end, he's not so much being like, you know, I am Sam Gamgee, I speak for the trees. The point there is that it's like he's a gardener, right? And you don't just like dig up a bank of flowers and I mean, like, these trees were beautiful. That was the point of these trees, that they were beautiful and they made the Shire beautiful. They are valuable in themselves, but again, I don't think it's so much Sam like defending the life of those trees. What he is mourning is the desecration of the Shire itself. The Shire, which had been a beautiful garden, and many of these trees were some of the things which made it beautiful. And they were cut down, and you know, and he thinks that remember what he laments is that you know, he wonders if even his children will ever see the Shire looking like it should, you know, restored to the beauty that it used to have before all these trees were wantonly cut down. So Sam's defense of the trees, you know, and his replanting of the trees is, I would actually say, even different. It's not exactly, he's not looking at it exactly like Treebeard would. But again, I don't think it's in conflict. I think that Treebeard would, I'm not saying Treebeard would disapprove, but I do say swift travel to Hytbold, but I definitely don't think that what motivates Sam would be Treebeard's primary motivation. Sam, absolutely. It's also the symbolism and meaning of the party tree. It was important for personal and historical reasons. But again, you can see the same kind of thing, right? Like it's that something of the Shire has been destroyed. It's not about like, he's not mourning the party tree like he's lost a friend. Exactly. You know, it's not like he's lamenting the life of the tree in the same way that Treebeard would. Again, I'm not saying that Sam is immune from that kind of feeling, but that doesn't seem to be really primarily what's motivating him. Yeah. Okay. All right. We are chock full of let's see, and we did get kinship with the Norcrofts, didn't we? Yes, we're kindred all around. It's time to finish Hytbold. Oh, and we've got an hour to do it. And I've got 51 tokens of Hytbold burning a hole in my pocket. Edgar, you've just got townsfolk, right? I want to save them for last. So let's go to the Wold and Norcroft regions. Now that we've opened up the kinship dudes, and we'll check in with them and see what we can do. Okay. We'll see if we can finish the walls. Let's see. Warren, I think we... Okay. Let's do some East Gate enhancements. Yeah. Enhance the East Gate and the West Gate. All right. Very good. Yep, we're We're doing great there. And let's see, you're my new guy here. Lighting and fences. Okay. Still lots of lighting and fences to do. And just Norcroft stuff here, huh? Okay. Our mission is dire. To restore the lighting and fences. Okay. All right. Good. And we'll restore the Norcroft's area. I want to do the other stuff first. Systematic. That's what Gryfflet is. Just hey, look at those fences. Much nicer. Much nicer. Let's see. Let's go down to the wold, then I'll check back in with the other guys. Hey, Mr. Kindred Dude. More lighting and fences. All right, we're going to get a great view of some of these. I bet these fences right here next to us are going to get fixed. Let's see it. Boom! Oh, man, that was satisfying. Yeah. Okay. And, right. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I missed the stable guy. And we'll do those again later. Okay, hang on. Right, yeah. Stable guys. Okay, and you're just rebuilding the stuff in the world, which we'll come back to. Okay. Wow. The spikes are a little much, right? Did any of the other... Are there just... They're just into spiked fences in the wold? Did they have like a serious pigeon problem around here or something? It's a little aggressive up there in the wold. I don't know. They need a place to store their orc heads. Well, you'd think that would be the Sâd Torechs, right? Okay. Oh yeah, I've been neglecting the farms outside of town. Okay. Oh yeah, boy, we've got all these farmhouse quests too. Okay. Okay. I don't even think I've been out to look at the farms. Okay, House of the Entwash Vale. All right, we'll come back to you too. Okay, let's go over to the Sutcroft's guy. Check in with them. Yeah, you're right. Those spikes are too big for pigeons, though I can't imagine, Phil, that they've actually spiked their fences to keep the eagles off. I mean, I hear what you're saying about the size of the spikes, but yeah, those spikes are strange. Okay, I think we already fixed all the palisades, so we're good there. Oh, we need defenders on the east gate? Sure. Okay, let's see. I must be completing deeds. Which one? All right. Oh, I completed the east gate and west gate. Fantastic. And I know I finished the mead hall, of course. Lighting and fences are done now. Okay, who's left? Farmhouses. Complete farmhouse of the Entwash Vale? Huh. Alright, so I have one more of those. One more stable. Alright, the Norcrofts. Yeah, I'll stop by and do that one on the way back up. Oh, we are seriously getting there now. Tents and towers. Townsfolk. Stable. Houses and farms. Okay. All right. Getting close. Getting close. Let's actually, while we're here in the Sudcrofts district, there we go. This is our last farmhouses. Okay. No, just received the deed, didn't actually complete it. So let's complete it. Let's do the farmhouses. Man, this is exciting. Is this not exciting? Here we are rebuilding farmhouses, reconstructing farms all over the place. A superior oven. Why not? I think the farmers of the Sudcrofts are well deserving of a superior oven. Okay, and some inhabitants to the farmhouse. Boy. Whew. Okay. Oh, what meter is the Lorax poem in again, Ethelod? Dactylic, no, not dactylic. Anapestic tetrameter, one of Dr. Seuss's favorite rhythms. For I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees. Dum bum 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 bum. He likes anapestic meters. You can hear the anapestic. So that's the triplet sound, right? I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees. You can hear it again in the sneeches, right? For the star-bellied sneeches had bellies with stars, but the plain-bellied sneeches had none upon theirs. Or the I think the Grinch too, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, but one of my favorite illustrations, Ethelot, I used to use this in class all the time. Did I finish the Sudcrofts? Farms? Yes, I did. What did I not? I must have missed one in Eaworth again. Tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and let's do the tents and things. Rebuild the tents. Rebuild the tower. Anyway, I thought I was just going to say, when I was looking for illustrations of like the difference between the sound of anapest and dactyl. Anapest and dactyl are the 2 meters which have feet with 3 beats in them. And again, anapestic is the meter Dr. Seuss uses most often. Well, not most often, but it's the one that he uses a lot, that he's very fond of. And okay, I think we just finished the tents. All right. But he's the part at the end of the Lorax, when the Lorax is giving instructions, the meter shifts to dactylic. It's really fun. So, and the difference is anapest has the hard beat at the end. For the star-bellied sneeches had bellies with stars, but the plain-bellied sneeches had none upon theirs, right? And at the end of the Lorax, so the Lorax is in anapest too, except at the end when it shifts to plant a new truffula, treat it with care, feed it fresh, or give it fresh water and feed it fresh air, right? or the other way around. Anyway, plant a new truffle, treat it with care. It shifts to a dactylic sound with the beat at the front. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care. And you notice the reason that he does this is to emphasize the verbs, right? Plant a new truffle, treat it with care. The 4 words which get emphasized by the hard beat in the meter are really important. Plant, truffle, treat, care. It's really cool. Yes, very good, JJ. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not. Anapestic tetrameter again. He doesn't always write an anapestic tetrameter. He uses IAMs too, like Green Eggs and Ham, of course, is in IAMs. There's even at least one Dr. Seuss book that's written entirely in trochee, and that's Is There a Wocket in Your Pocket? Is almost entirely trochees. Did you ever have the feeling there's a wasket in your basket, or a neuro in your bureau, or a kneeling on the ceiling? It's trochees, 2 beats and a foot with the stress at the beginning. Phil wants to know if there's a 3-beat foot with the emphasis on the middle beat. No, because if that happened, it wouldn't be a 3-beat meter anymore. I mean, it wouldn't, like, you can't even do that because it's the hard beats which separate feet. I mean, if you imagine what that would be like, right? With like unstressed, stressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, stressed. Well, when you have 2 unstressed beats right next to each other, what's to differentiate them, right? Like why would it even sound like it's the hard beats which determine when a foot starts or ends, right? There's really nothing else. That's kind of the point of feet. It's only the hard beats which determine feet at all, which give shape to this kind of poetry, and that's why you can have something like spondy, but spondy is when you get a foot with all stressed syllables, like ho tom bombadil, ho tom bombadil, spondy at the beginning, 3 stressed syllables in a row. Yeah. See, Erocheb, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. There are lots of rules that have been derived for poetic diction, but many of them I think are silly, and kind of miss the point actually of like reading the poetry in the first place. As I said, I officially disbelieve in the existence of those feet. I'm not saying I don't say that anyone has ever defined them. I'm saying I think that the people who have defined them are silly, is what I'm saying. Okay, we're rebuilding towers. We're enhancing towers. Okay, it sure does need some enhancement. Looks a little plain. I don't know what enhancements we're providing. Still looks kind of plain. We can't go in. All right. Let's rebuild the house. Wow. Okay. Well, that fixed the tower. I guess that wasn't the tower we were talking about. Which tower were we talking about? That tower? Oh, it is lovely now. Must have been the flags and things we were putting up. Okay. Let's enhance the house. What do we get? What kind of enhance? Ooh. Crops. My goodness. That was sudden. Okay. Okay. All right, that enhancement was more subtle. Oh, was it the crops over there? The corn patch? Okay, Ethelod, so let's look at this for a second. Ethelod says, Wikipedia gives this example. All ready to put up the tents for my circus. I think I will call it the Circus McGurkus. So listen to how that works. Just listen to it. Don't look at where somebody else insists that the feet must come, right? Listen to it with your ears. All ready to put up the tents for my circus. All ready to put up the tents for my circus. I think I will call it the Circus McGurkus. It's Anapest. I'm sorry. That's Anapest. Bum 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 bum. It's Anapest, right? It is how the hard stresses fall. Yes, it does a thing at the beginning and the end of the line, right? That's very common, right? But that doesn't change the overall identity of the line. The line itself flows in a plain anapestic form. To put up the tents for my circus, I think I will call it the Circus McGurkus. The star-bellied sneeches had bellies with stars, but the plain-bellied sneeches had none upon theirs. That you can do variations, especially at the beginning and the end, and Tolkien did this all the time. All the time. Not all the time. Very frequently Tolkien did this. Especially he likes to do, if he's doing a 3-beat meter, something like Anapest or like the trochaic hexameter, which Tom Bombadil uses. He will often have a 2-beat foot at the beginning of the line. But again, it's very common. It gives a particular character to the lines. It's important to hear that, and it's a way that the poet can give shape to the lines, because you see, then you don't need to see it in print in order to know where the lines fall, right? You get a cue for it, and you can hear it even in that Circus McGurkus, which is not like the greatest poetry on earth, but still you can hear it there. The end and the beginning of the lines are being signaled by a variation to the foot. Cool. That's a really good technique, but it doesn't change the overall sound structure of the line. Did you hear how the sound structure is the same between that and the sneeches? But again, there's a lot of variations that a poet can do in order to create a different effect, right? Like, think about the sneeches lines I've been quoting, right? The star-bellied sneeches had bellies with stars. Perfectly regular anapestic tetrameter line. But the next line, but the plain-bellied sneeches had none upon theirs. The butta at the end, it's the rhythm there is different. I always hear that differently. And sometimes there's a substitution. Sometimes there'll be a sudden iamb in the middle of the line, right? And that's really interesting. What is your ear drawn to? Right? What is drawn to your attention by those changes and variations? How is the line and through the lines, the stanzas or the poem being shaped by the way in which those variations are being introduced? Those are really interesting questions, and we can hear really interesting effects when we do that. But people who want to be like, well, but if you draw lines here, it looks different. Well, I don't care where you draw lines. Poetry is not designed to be looked at. It's designed to be heard, right? And that's what the feet are for. That's why I disbelieve in that kind of thing, is that I think people who carry on like that with poetry, who just enjoy drawing slash lines through the lines, are performing a pointless exercising and missing the point of what poetic meter is for. It's for your ear. It's not for your eyes. Yeah. Yeah. See, Ethelon, you can't do it that way. I see the modern rap example. You can't just map. First of all, like I said, I find the visual mapping of poetry out and the breaking up of feet and everything, very inadequate. It can be something which can help to illustrate, to draw people's attention to something if they're having a hard time initially hearing it. But rap, you can't do that with rap, because notice there's a whole dimension of rap that's being lost, and that, of course, is the beats. What matters in rap is not just it's not number of feet per line, right? It's the way that the rhythm of the lines and the rhyme structure of the lines is interacting with the beat of the music as well. It's all about the beat, right? So the complicated interplay between the rhythms and rhyme structure, not only the individual rhythm of the words, of the syllables, but also the rhyme structure that's being built and maintained, and the way that those things in turn interact with the regular beat, almost always a 4/4 beat of the music and the beat going behind it. That's why, as I say, rap is has this extra dimension that traditional poetry just doesn't have. That's why rap is complex like a cube compared to a square, as far as I'm concerned. It's amazing, and that's why you can't represent it like that. I've been working on different ways to visually represent the rhyme scheme, or the rhyme scheme and kind of the sound structure of rap music, but you can't just do slash lines, because it doesn't convey the thing. Right, and Phil is chiding you now, Ethelod, for distracting me. Sorry, I was rebuilding farms. Oops, I didn't mean to complete the townsfolk, but that's okay. We're going to complete them all. So I think, look at this. I think we're done. We're done here. That's amazing. Okay. Oh man, my keyboard fell asleep too. My keyboard has been having issues. Okay, there we go. We're back. All right. Here we go. We're so finishing Hytbold today. So the Sâd Crofts are done. We're done in the Sâd Crofts. Unless new quests pop up there. Hang on, let's get on your horse, Gryfflet. Time to move around this town a little more efficiently. And let's head from here back up to the Norcrofts. Finish off the stable. Oh, look at that. We've got guys at the gates now. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, let's go back to the wold and their spiky fences. Might as well. We'll end with the Norcrofts. All right. What do you guys think? Let's rebuild the area here. The tower. Is that the tower with the door in the sky? Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. And let's rebuild the tents. I don't even know where the tents are. Are they outside the town? I'm in enhancing tents that I've really never seen. Hallgrow says, sorry, prisoner rotting in a cell in Cliving. You'll have to wait 3 more weeks. No. Okay. I want to return like an avenging spirit to Cliving and put things to right. The tents are fully prepared. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Let's rebuild the Cottage of the Wold. Oh, that's the Cottage of the Wold. What's that guy over there then? Huh. Oh, that's the House of the Wold. I see. There's both a cottage and a house. Got it. Okay. I'm watching the cottage for changes, Hardguard. Okay. Shields, banners. Bushes next to your unexpectedly spiky fences. Okay. Okay. All right. Subtle change there. Garden plot, maybe? Didn't see it. Okay. Yeah, didn't see that change either, but that's okay. Let's let some people move into the cottage. Oh, we can go indoors. I see. Yeah, they probably were indoor improvements. Okay, let's hang on. Can I stand over here? So I want to see the tower while we're doing this. Oh, I've got to see you too. That's really annoying. All right, we'll do the whole tower and then we'll look at it. Okay, all of the tower enhancements. So much clicking of things in Hytbold. Okay. I'll have defenders of the tower. Okay. Whew. How am I doing for tokens? Oh no! I'm running out! Oh. I had no idea that each one of these was going to be another, like, 6. Oh. Might have to climb the beacon after all. I still got time. I still got time. Okay. Might have to go do a couple more quests. Remember there's an instance too? I had no idea there was an instance. This is much further in completing Hytbold than I have ever been before. So, wait, am I out of tokens? I so am. Drat. All right. What's our deed status here? Let's take a look at where we stand. Okay. 4 more in the House of the Wold. We're almost done with farmhouses. 2 of 6 houses. All right. Tents, towers, townsfolk, stable. I'll get the 1 more stable thing. Farms, houses, good grief. Oi. The tightrope is beckoning. Yeah. Let it. Okay. All right. Let us... Boy, my horse is being really unresponsive today. Let's do it again. There can't be more than another 50, right? Let's go to the Dwergfant. I agree. Besides, Cliving is good, not only because that is the place where injustices need to be corrected, but yeah, once improvements are done, the instance and last quest should take 30 minutes. Holy cow. Okay, no idea. So that definitely won't happen today. But I would quite like to finish the... Yeah, I have to admit, didn't realize that each one of those, like the tents, tower, house and cottage in each place was itself going to be another set of like 6 each. Oy. Okay. Let's go to the Dwergfant. One of the other things I like about Cliving here is that, boy, Gryfflet is really having some maneuverability issues today. I feel like something is not quite right. Okay. Let's do the Dwergfant. And I did Ostmagal, and I did the Siege of Feldham, and I did Sâd Torech just recently. So I will have done all of these. All right, off to the Dwergfant. Let's see. Okay. I was going to say it's a leaky ceiling, but that looks like a feature, not an accident. Okay, what am I supposed to do here again? Repair the mechanisms and defeat a Vonk and toads. Okay. Looks like I shouldn't jump down there. All right. Supposed to defeat a Vonk. And there. I didn't even move. There is something really wrong with my navigation today. Seriously. All I did was turn. I turned sideways. Yeah. So this is, as they described it, a... oh, look, there's a rock I'm supposed to click on. What does the rock do? I think I was pushed. I think it's exactly what happened, Jinjar. Oh, there's a rock that's gumming up the mechanism, right? There we go. Okay, that drowned me, but in nasty water, but I think that was good in the long run. Wow, that water looks not healthy. Whoa, that's one of the toads in question, huh? This is a Norcroft's deep toad, is it? Yeah, it did look like Mountain Dew, didn't it? Whoa, I seem to be becoming ill. Which is not surprising, I suppose, given the... Wait, here comes the water level. No? Yeah, being in the water for too long makes me go all cross-eyed. Oh, I'm supposed to fight the toads without licking them? Oh. That is good advice, Sam, and I will try to keep it in mind in the future. Okay. Let's see. This is a good way to test whether it was a toad effect or a water effect. All right, well, so far the evidence suggests water effect. Oh, wow. These are wood of Vonk? That's interesting. What is particularly woodsy about them? Do they look like wood? Are they made of wood? Do they eat wood? Are they from the woods? I bet you guys thought I was about to die right there, right? It's not that I wasn't. I totally was. Hang on a second. Where's my... I need some potion action there. I looked up for morale potions and found I didn't have any. Oh yeah, I didn't open my present. Power potions plus gold wedding house gift? Okay. A goose house? Wow. Okay. Ah, there's another mechanism right there. Okay. Mechanisms. Oh, I thought I only had to do 4. No, I have to do 6. Okay. Wow. What did I lose 2,000 morale for just then? That was weird. There I was, minding my own business. Okay. Great. 4 more Avank. More Mountain Dew floods in. Hi there, Mr. Avank. Oh no, the toad is going to attack me too. Oh, chaos in the Dwergfant. Reptiles and amphibians all over the place. Oh, it's okay. You can't kill Gryfflet this time, Mr. Toad. All right, 2 more. Ah, Frodo, the goose house is cool. Yeah, I'll have to put that up in my house. It's a little weird though, since my house, my personal house, is in Thorn's Gate, and you know, like an underground goose house just kind of feels a little weird, you know? Uh-oh. Gryfflet's drunk again. Still not 100% sure what's causing that. Oi. Okay, done. It's the toad poison? Yeah. I figured it probably was. Okay. There's a sweet 20 more tokens. And even without Rosie here, there's something strange going. Did you see that? Like how I just, instead of jumping, I levitated? Something weird happening here. Okay. Thank you for that. Let's go to Snowburn. All right. Let's see. So, yeah, because we went to Snowburn. I did my very first Hytbold quests here, but I haven't been back since then because, of course, I already had kinship rep here. So I was trying to focus on the places I did not have kinship at first. But now that I'm a kin everywhere, I might as well come back and do some of those twofer quests here in the middle of town. Haylock does not feel like giving me any quests today. Okay, no, you're just the one who wants me to go around defeating mounted people, and so I'm not interested in you at all. This is my guy. Okay, let's see. Defensive wall stout. Well, that's nothing new. Isn't that the one I did? Which one did I do? Okay, not the spiders one. Champronk. Defiers of the Dead. That sounds bad. Uh-oh. Gredbig and rats? Oh, an extermination quest? How could anyone resist? I've forgotten and lost more knowledge about battle than we shall ever know. Great victories have been won that are little more than tattered memories. We are only here because of the sacrifices of those who came before. Head into Longroth and honor the fallen. Okay. Sure. I feel like I've been defending Wallstow continuously. What's up with the spiders? Free Rohirrim in the Creeping Wood. Okay. And that would be 5. Great. So let's just do those. Let's clean out the tombs. Okay. What do we have? A remarkably nondescript structure is what we have. Even the tombs themselves? These are not the ones I'm particularly meant to reverence. What are those stars? Oh, no, it's just a kind of, not exactly a knotwork pattern, but okay. Kind of plain so far. Kind of plain. Oh. Wait, look. It's a scuttler. A Sudcroft's scuttler. Oh, he's looking at me. You think those aren't tombs, they're altars? Maybe. Okay. And big bugs around here. Oh, those guys are super annoying. Oh, well, at least there's a tapestry down here. Hang on. We gotta, I mean, I can see the tapestry. It's fairly clear. And these braziers are, oh, hang on, let me do a little extermination here. At least I was able to sneak up on you. Okay. Oh, and look, there's another one. Sneaking up on me from behind. I guess that's only fair. Yeah, we have seen that tapestry all over. It's a very common Rohirric tapestry. But we're not, you know what we're not seeing that I'm surprised by is urns. And think of all the urns that we've seen, like those, you know, the horse and rider urns, which leads me to wonder, was that just a Dunlandish thing, the urns? You know, we were trying to figure out at various points that, I mean, if this is a Rohirric site, which was the implication, did the Rohirrim just build boring tombs? Oh, this isn't a Rohirric construction. Look at that flagstone. Huh? Gondor. Naturally. Another Gondorian ruin that they've taken over and repurposed for another purpose. So the only actually Rohirric, touch that we've seen, architecturally speaking, is that tapestry. Okay, we've got a little rat. I was expecting the rats to be even bigger, but I guess they're not. How many do I need? That's 5. I haven't found any tombs to, you know, say hi to.
How do I know which is the first, second, and third tomb? I mean, presumably they'll be labeled, but I haven't found any tombs. Oh man, he turned around just before I could get positional advantage. Okay, that's 7. Boy, my goodness, this place. Place is ridiculous. Oh, there's a queen. It's not hiding behind the queens, is it? I don't especially want to fight a queen if I don't have to. I just, like, kill off these little workers and get equal credit. Gryfflet's trying to be efficient here. Yeah, I figured they must be big and glowy, but... okay. And the architecture here is really boring. Yeah, you can see from these pilasters and these stairs. I mean, that just has Gondorian ruin written all over it. So as usual, large, sprawling stone... aha! Finally. Dude, I'm trying to pay respects over here. I guess that's why you're part of the vermin that needs to be cleared out, isn't it? Okay. Oh, you think that that guy was just admiring the statue? No, I don't think so. All right. Checking out the statue of the rider. I've paid my respects. Okay. And I'm done with bugs. I mean, I'm probably going to have to fight more anyway, but... okay. Yeah, his cape was kind of weird. All right, well, now that I know what they look like, I know where they're not. What is the problem? Walk up the stairs. That's the issue. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. This one guarded only by a little rat. If I sneak over here, I can pay my respects in the corner. Respects paid, okay. Yeah, it is a strange cloak. All right. One more. And then I'll be 2 more quests in. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I haven't even managed to make it over to the other side. Let me... I cannot at all keep track of where I am here. So let me just go straight through to the other side. And we'll see what we can find over here. Okay, this is at least a new part that I've not been to before. And I just walked randomly into a wall. No idea what's going on with the controls here today. No. No. Looking for wait. Oh, it's the same one I just did. let me check the southeast corner over here. Sorry, I was just pulling back out of the way here so we didn't aggro that other guy. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. I just found it too. And it's behind a queen. And then this guy's getting on my case. Hiya. Still can't get over that. Okay. All right. One more bug. I do have to kill one queen. All right. At least got some positional advantage there. Whoa! Hi. Crazy. All right. Excellent. Phew. Oh man, we are out of time. Well, that is sad. How hard is it going to be to find those spiders? Oh, we can do one more. We can do one more. Because if I don't reset the quests, then there'll still just be the one more, and I'll have to spend more mithril coins next time. Okay. At least now I don't have to hunt down spiders. So I just have to find Rohirrim who are cocooned. That's all. So just stay in stealth. Find cocoons. But that involves walking, which is today's challenge. Okay. Oh, there's light. Whoa. These phosphorescent plants? It's kind of cool. Excuse me, spider. I'm looking. I found a cocoon. There's one. Yes. Oh. I was trying to do it despite the interruption. But I knew I'd have to kill you sooner or later anyway. Hooray! Be free! Oh god, I thought he was just going to stand there. Alright, one more. One more. And I'm done with my 5th quest. Let's see. Oh, I found it. I was heading right for it if I hadn't been kiting this matron. Oh, and her other little friend. Okay. Yes. Sweet. All right. Another cool 50 Hytbold tokens. So, I failed to complete Hytbold, but of course, as usual, Hytbold ends up being like more complicated than I expect. Really didn't even know that there were that many quests left over. But this should be good, right? This should cover me, you think, Hologrow? Good. So that means... Hooray! That means that next time I can... This takes me to Hytbold, right? Yeah, this means that next time I can just complete Hytbold, right? I can finish doing all the building and then do the instance, because I didn't even know there was an instance. Like I said, this is totally uncharted territory for me. I gave up on Hytbold long before I got to this point, because I think it was before they had this excellent and truly admirable exchange rate in tokens, where you get 10 tokens per quest, which seems to me just right. In fact, 20 wouldn't go amiss. Then we can, so I'll go through and I'll do all of my clicking again. You don't have any quests here apart from townsfolk, do you? No? Okay, fine. All right. Anyway, okay. So we'll do that. We'll do that stuff next time. So we will finish up. That means next broadcast, justice will come to Cliving. Oh man, I can't even wait. Gryfflet has scarcely dared to hope that this moment would come. So thank you everybody for joining me today. Remember, I do have to take a hiatus for a couple weeks, so sad. That's why I was hoping to finish Hytbold today, but sadly, the great climax of Hytbold and the Eastham net here will have to wait for a couple weeks. I will be back 3 weeks from today, so I'll have to miss the next 2 weeks as I am cloistering myself to meet a very important deadline. So I will do what I can there, but I'll be back and looking forward to adventuring again with you guys, finishing Hytbold, seeing what happens at the end, hoping that justice is finally served in Cliving, and then heading off to Wildermore. So thanks everybody for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.